at 6:01 p.m. Tonight's invocation will be given by Mr. Joe Wiggins.
Bow. Our Heavenly Father, as we bow before Thee, we give You all honor and praise. We ask, oh God, that You lead us and direct us in this meeting and in this ward. We ask You to bless each and every family that's represented here tonight. Just watch over and protect us. In Christ's name. Amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Speak loud.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4 on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Dr. Goodman, do you have any amendments to this agenda?
No.
I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Son? Second. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Oh, the agenda has been. Next item on our agenda is recognitions. Ms. Destini, Shope.
Spring is an exciting time for our schools as they announce their Teachers of the Year. The individuals selected must meet certain criteria and are nominated by and voted on by their peers. In a couple of weeks, we will hold our annual Teacher of the Year banquet, where we will name the district level Teacher of the Year. The district level winner will go on to compete in the Georgia Teacher of the Year competition next winter. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your certificate of recognition. Our first school level Teacher of the Year is Mr. Joe Morgan, who is representing Mr. Morgan currently serves as the media specialist, and this is his second time being named Teacher of the Year at Harmony. Congratulations, Mr. Morgan. Our next winner represents Hill City Elementary, Miss Georgia Allen. Miss Allen is a special education teacher at Hill City and has been in education for 11 years. She initially went to college to study accounting, but we are glad she had a change of heart and chose education. Congratulations, Miss Allen. Miss Krista Newton is our Teacher of the Year winner from Tate Elementary. She currently teaches first grade English language arts and will be serving as the media specialist in the upcoming school year. Ms. Newton was named to Who's Who among America's Teachers for 2 consecutive years. Congratulations, Ms. Newton. Jasper Middle School has selected Mr. Randy Marler as their Teacher of the Year. Mr. Marler has taught for 33 years and currently teaches 6th grade science at JMS. He was also named to Who's Who among America's Teachers based on a nomination from a former student. Congratulations to Mr. Marler, JMS teacher. Miss Amanda Thrasher is representing Pickens Junior High. She is an 8th grade math teacher and is chair of the special education department here at PJ. Ms. Thrasher is no stranger to accolades as she was also named Teacher of the Year in 2011 at her former school. Congratulations to Mrs. Thrasher, PJS Teacher of the Year. Pickens High School has selected Ms. Sarah Bauer as their Teacher of the Year for 23-24. Ms. Bauer Bauer currently serves as a special education teacher and has co-taught math and English to 9th through 12th grade students. Ms. Bauer shared that when working as a paraprofessional at PHS, she knew then that is where she needed to be. Congratulations to PHS Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sarah Bauer. Congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year.
Yeah, nobody's sitting on it. Just someone down Bradley, learn how to act. Bradley, learn how to act.
Next item is athletic recognitions. First is Kanyon Petti, assistant principal. Oh, Dr. Flatt.
Just Petti could be here this evening. Can you hear me? I usually need this. Good evening, I'm Chad Flatt. I'm the principal here at Pickens Junior High School. We'd like to thank all of you all for coming out and attending the board meeting tonight. Mr. Shea, could you change that background that's on the, he got it? Thank you, sir, appreciate that. What does it mean? So we're going to begin this evening with athletic recognitions for the junior high school. I'm going to kind of give the directions a little bit for all the athletes. As you can see, the folks have already kind of lined up over here on this wall. As you all come up, y'all are going to proceed across, walk over to where Mr. Parker is standing over there, and you can line up, then we'll get the photos done from there, okay? I ask that you hold applause till the end after we read all the students' names so that we can move them through a little bit more easily, okay? I want to begin by thanking all the parents, because you all are the ones that make all these things possible, especially at our age level, because you get these kids to practice, you get them there each and every day, you bring them during the summertime, you bring them over breaks, and it's really appreciated because those times are what help these teams become one so that they can compete at the highest possible level. And we've had some great success this year with all our teams. And we're going to begin by acknowledging our baseball team this year, which was coached by Coach Kyle Rasco and Coach Mac Loudermilk. And the 8th grade team finished 13-1 this year as a runner-up in the Mountain League. Had a fantastic season. We'd like to honor all those members of the team if they'd come on across, and Coach Rasco is leading them through. Trey Atkins, Jennings Allen, Tanner Bell, Brooks Berryman, Jasper Cox, M.T. Crenshaw, Lucky Davis, Braden Graham, Cooper Helmuth, Jackson Hooper, Chase Holsey, Max Kearns, Dawson Lowett, Jackson Nunn, Christian Rasco, Kipton Rasco, Brock Teal, Channing Thacker, Zaid Waller, Dylan Walls, and Zachary Williams. Congratulations, gentlemen, on a great season. Okay, our next recognition that we're going to do is going to be, looking at the other lined up, we're going to do volleyball next right there. Volleyball team finished second at region tournament, which means second in the Mountain League division of the teams that we play, and they're coached by Coach Tom Kleinberg and Coach Lindsey Farmer. So ladies, if y'all come on up. Team members are Grace Alvarado, Ansley Klein, Ansley Coleman, Cadence Dunn, Sarahi Flores, Sheila Flores, Natalie Garcia Rivera, Bree Jewell, Cheyenne Jervis, Mackenzie Kubel, Julianne Nadolski, Abigail Priest, Hannah Stalka, Jacqueline Salto, Mixie Stone, Molly Stone, Agatha Tatum, Aubrey Thompson, Brooklyn Truitt, and Lucy Williams. Congratulations, ladies. Okay. Next, we recognize our girls basketball team is coached by Coach Brad Steinauer as well as Coach Lindsey Farmer. The 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams both finished runner-up in the Mountain League tournament and in the season. And we'll begin with the 7th grade girls. And I know a lot of these girls play travel soccer, so I know lots of them are at different practices right now too. For 7th grade, Molly Thomas, Sophie Adams, Julianne Nadolski, Takoa McGraw, Tatum Reese, Tegan Deering, Kylie Bozeman, and Darby Stanley. For the 8th grade team, Reagan Luddington, Bree Jewell, Skylar Latham, Shayna Craig, Tanya Rivera, Ruby Flatt, Kaylee Hofford, Anna Priest, and Hannah Stalka. Congratulations, ladies. Is Coach Pinson here? Is Coach Pinson here? We'd like to recognize our golf team, which is coached by Coach Sarah Pinson. I don't know if Coach Pinson could be here tonight, but we would like to congratulate the boys golf team, which was the Mountain League champs for the for the second year in a row. We'd like to acknowledge any of those players that are here. I see a couple of them heading this way. If y'all come this way, guys, come on up. Cohen Biles, Dax Cronick, Rossi DeLuca, Ryan Gregory, Wyatt Jones, Patrick Lewis, Wyatt Maney, Owen Mumma, Wyatt Brown, Preston Leathers, Grayson Hammondtree, and Carson Townley. The boys that played in the championship tournament were Patrick, Dax, Wyatt Jones, Owen, Ryan, and Wyatt Brown. Congratulations, gentlemen. Next, we'll recognize the girls soccer team, which is coached by Coach Brad Steinauer and Beth LaFawn Nash. The girls finished as the runner-up in the Mountain League tournament for the second year in a row. Players were Molly Thomas, Skylar Latham, Kaylee Baird, Heidi Thompson, Ruby Flatt, Kelsey Blankenship, Hayden Paget, Takoa McGraw, Piper Johnson, Ada Mattingly, Julianne Nadolski, Ellie Parker, Tegan Deering, Grace Rainwater, and Quincy Flatt. Congratulations, ladies. Next, we'd like to honor our tennis team, which is coached by Coach Sue Waters and Claire Eubanks. Both girls and boys tennis teams won the 22-23 Mountain League Region Championship, which was a repeat again for them to win. Our tennis players are, starting with the ladies, Emma Blackburn, Elise Eubanks, Jalen Cantrell, Callie Parker, Mixie Stone, Molly Stone, Ansley Klein, Agatha Tatum, Lucy Williams, Kaylee Lingerfelt, Pearl Fitz, and Stella Galligan. Congratulations, ladies. The boys team comprised of Scott Tucker, Brady Gaddis, Braden Clemens, Jacob Higgins, Jaden Longshore, Brooks Berryman, Eli Norton, John Saltino, and Hunter Blackburn. Congratulations, gentlemen. Last athletic recognition that we wanted to make, and I don't know if either of these individuals are here, but we would like to thank our wrestling coaches. We had 2 individual champions this year at the Mountain League tournament, which were Carly Rao and Jacoby Stanley. I don't know if either of them are here tonight, but we do want to congratulate them as well as their coaches, Coach Stanley, Coach Raymond, and Coach Monroe, and the success that they had while they were here this year. Once again, congratulations to all the players and coaches, and huge thank yous to each of the parents and guardians and caretakers who help get these kids where they are so they can be successful. Thank you all.
Next to Dr. Wendy Arnold, Assistant Principal, Pickens High School.
Good evening, all. I'm very privileged to be here tonight to make these athletic recognitions in place of our athletic director, Mr. Chris Williams, who had to travel out of state for a funeral. As a Georgia high school coach and official for 25 years, I know the importance of athletics in our schools. The academics are why we're here, and the arts and athletics are why they want to be here. These are truly great days to be a Dragon. This year in athletics has surpassed all others in school history. This evening we will recognize the commitment to excellence that is shared by all of our student athletes, coaches, and parents of PHS. The first group I'm going to recognize is cross country. So if there are any members of the girls or boys cross country teams, if you'll make your way to the stage. As I read some of these numbers for the various sports tonight, I want you to keep in mind that there are over 50 teams in AAA classification in Georgia and 7 teams in our region. So for boys cross country, Noah Jones was a region champion. Will Hall was 5th place. Devin Maddox, 7th place. And as a team, the Dragons were region runner-up. Advancing to the state was Noah Jones, and he placed 10th in the state, and overall the team placement in AAA was 4th. For the girls, Kayla Kearney earned 2nd place, Becca Wise 4th place, Briley Deering 10th place. Advancing to state were Becca Wise, who finished state runner-up, and Kayla Kearney 7th place in the state. Overall, the team finished 6th in AAA. If there are any members of the volleyball team, you can make your way to the stage. Our volleyball team had another successful year, and we have several all-region selections. Lily Went was 2nd team all-region. Madison Powell, Sydney Wolf, Cameron Simpson were all honorable mention region players. If we have any members of the softball team, you can make your way to the stage. Our softball team placed second in the regular season. They also placed second in the region tournament. They also made it to the Sweet 16 in the state playoffs. Individually, Emma Black was first team all-region. Hannah Grizzle was also first team all-region. Second team all-region were Tella Baird, Charlie Finley, and Allie Long. Congratulations to these players. And their coach, Sarah Gibson. While they're having their photo taken, if there are any members of our football team, you can make your way to the stage, please. Our football team, led by head coach Grant Myers, finished third in Region 7 AAA. They also made it to the first round of state playoffs. Receiving some individual recognitions, Isaiah Williams was selected by the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association as first team All-State. First team All-Region includes Charlie Joe Fleming, Caden Hampton, Trevor Morgan, Marcus Pike, and Isaiah Williams. Second team All-Region, Aiden Baum, Colby Brooks, Bryson Callahan, Cale Deering, Jack Flatt, Mason Powell, Caleb Nicholson, Miguel Salto, Mason Stanfield, Sam Stryker, and John Thompson. Congratulations. If our competition cheer team members that are here tonight will please make your way to the stage. And their coaches. Our competition cheer team is led by head coach Liz Prather, and we also have with us tonight Coach Shope and Coach Rasco. The competition cheer team had 3 first place finishes and 2 second place finishes during the invitational season. The team broke 2 high scoring records this season, even beating the defending state champions one week. They were Region 7 AAA runner-up and placed overall 10th place at state competition. They maintained a top 10 state ranking for several weeks in a row, and even a top 5 ranking for several weeks in a row leading up to the state competition. Members of the competition team are Reese White, Sally McDonald, Katie Morgan, Haley Robinson, Paige Elwarner, True Pack, Carissa Reeves, McKinley Thomas, Brianna Egley, Tori Saranthus, Lexi Payne, Kara Winkler, Maddie Mooney, Abigail Roper, and Hadley Denson. Congratulations. If we have any members of the girls and boys basketball team, if you can make your way to the stage, please. For girls basketball, led by Coach Thomas, they had another great season, and I'm telling you, in the toughest AAA region in the state. Recognized for all region honors were Caroline Mullins for first team, Bella Hopkins second team, Ellison Steinauer, second team, and Emma Gleason, honorable mention. For the boys, led by Coach Duffy, the team made the state playoffs for the last 4 years. Recognized as all-region players were Caleb Lanford, second team, Camden Dunn, third team, Caden Hampton, and Jaden Stewart, honorable mention. Congratulations. If we have any members of our tennis teams, you can make your way to the stage at this time. Both our boys and girls have successful tennis seasons this year, again, in one of the toughest regions in AAA for tennis. The boys team finished 4th in the region and participated this year in the first round of state playoffs. They were led by Coach Whitney Carnes. Team members are Holton Call, David Satterfield, Levi Kuiper, Cody Sutton, Kelton Keith, Joshua Lanford, Joseph Saltino, and Will Leathers. Congratulations. Boys wrestling teams, please make your way to the stage. Okay, for wrestling, let me just say, wow. This wrestling team had the best season in school history. The team placed second in both the region duels and the traditional state tournaments. They also finished the season as state runner-up AAA. By a margin of just a handful of points, mind you. For girls wrestling, Maggie Bautista was our first ever girls region champion. State qualifiers and state finals placers were Chris Knight, RJ Mullins, William Godfrey, Max Marshall. Making it to the finals, Mason Powell finished 4th. And these 3 young men finished as state runner-up, made it to the final match. Dylan Gonzalez, Philip Jacks, and Kason Cannon. Yes, sir. And we're proud to announce that we had a state champion this year, Mr. Caleb Nicholson. Okay, for girls golf, we want to say congratulations to the Nets golf team for the following accomplishments, and you can, any of you are here, you can make your way to the stage. After last year's recognition, the girls golf team finished 5th place in the state in Quad A classification. This year, 2023, they had a third place finishing area for AAA, qualifying for the state tournament for the third year in a row. That will be held on May 22nd, so we hope to have more good news after that. The team members for girls golf are Danny Ziegler, Emery Bryant, and Mariah Clayton. Excuse me. Track. Our track team is currently in Albany, Georgia, as I speak. They're competing in the state AAA meet. And so we hope to have, that will go on through May 13th, so we hope to have even more accomplishments coming through. Leading up to state, there were 2 PHS track and field school records broken. Sophomore Jaden Dean threw a lifetime best in shot put and broke the girls' PHS record previously set in 1976 by Sandra Collins with a throw of 37 feet 6 inches. Jaden finished as the Class 3 Region 7 runner-up in shot put. She placed 3rd overall in the girls' discus also. Sophomore Briley Deering broke her own school record in the 400 meters and in the process became the 400 meter region champion. Deering also qualified to advance to the sectional meet in the 1600 meter and the 4x800 relay. Also advancing to the sectional meet were junior Becca Wise, who ran a lifetime best 3200 meters and placed 3rd, and freshman Kayla Kearney, who also ran a personal best and finished 4th overall. For the boys track team, sophomore Ashton Smith, in his first year ever competing in track and field, jumped a height of 5 feet 10 inches and became a region champion. Senior Noah Jones continued running well as he's done all season, qualifying in the 1600 meter, the 3200 meter, and the boys 4x800 meter relay. Noah was the only PHS boy to qualify in 3 events. In the boys shot put, senior Aiden Baum stepped up and threw a personal best of 43 feet 6.5 inches to place 3rd overall. Fellow senior Bryson Callahan threw a personal best of 122 feet 5 inches in discus, and that was good enough for a 3rd place finish. In total, 16 of the 29 PHS track and field athletes who competed in the region meet advanced to the sectional meet at Lakewood Stadium in Atlanta last week. Then out of those 16, 12 PHS track athletes qualified for the GHSA State Track Championships being held in Albany right now. The following athletes will be competing in the State Track and Field Championships: Jaden Dean, shot put and circuit, discus; Ashton Smith, high jump; Becca Wise, Elena Bryant, Briley Deering, Kayla Kearney, Maricela Santos. Those were in the 4x800 meter relay. Noah Jones, Devin Maddox, Diego Rivera, Luan Nisho, Nolan Weaver in the 4x800 boys relay. Becca Wise and Kayla Kearney in the 3200 meters. Briley Deering in the 1600 meters, and Noah Jones in the 1600 and 3200 meters. All right, after we got this script ready today, we have some breaking news in the afternoon. Very exciting. I get emotional when I talk about student success. Jaden Dean is a state runner-up in shot put. So proud of her. She broke her own record by more than 2 feet. And not only is she state runner-up, that throw put her in the top 25 in AAA in the state of Georgia across all classifications 1A to 7A. Okay, last but not least, another wow. Will the members of the baseball team make your way across the stage, please? baseball, like I said, wow. They finished with a 29-7 overall record. They were the Region 7 AAA champions, first time region champions in school history. For individual recognitions, co-pitchers of the year, James Tilley and AJ Rice. First team all-region, Dawson Holland and Trey Payne. First team pitcher, Connor Schaus. Second team all-region, Colby Brooks. Honorable mentions, Evan Giddens, Cam Jenkins, JP Nunn, Trace Ledbetter. And the Region 7 AAA Coach of the Year is Mr. Adam Williams. This year was record-setting in more than one way. There were 39 school records surpassed in this 2023 season, including winningest senior class win percentage, longest winning streak, at-bats, runs scored, hits, doubles, RBIs, strikeouts, ERA, opposing batting average, saves, fielding percentage, double plays, games played, and that's just a few. There's a whole page. If you want to email us, we'll send you this entire list with all the details. There's lots of little technical numbers. Records were broken by Connor Schaus, several of them, Trace Ledbetter, Trey Payne, James Tilley, AJ Rice, and John Parker Nunn. Congratulations to our baseball team on an outstanding season. And that brings me to the end of my big fat folder of recognitions. Congratulations once again to all our PHS student athletes and coaches.
Next is the American Red Cross Georgia HOSA Chapter of the Year Award with Zuidema, PHS, Healthcare Science.
Good evening to the board members, the students, the families, and staff. I'm Leslie Zuidema from the high school, Healthcare Science. And what you see before you is another year of excellence by PHS HOSA. We worked really hard this year. We want to talk a little bit about our award that we received again. This is our third year in a row. We're very proud of that. And I can tell you it takes a lot of work. So this is just part of PHS HOSA that is here tonight. It takes all of us together as a team to make this happen. The mission of the American Red Cross is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and the generosity of donors. In an effort to recognize the outstanding work done by Georgia HOSA chapters, the Red Cross helps to fulfill the mission, and we are pleased to announce that we have won the American Red Cross Georgia HOSA Chapter of the Year Award. to tell you a little bit about the competition. So Georgia HOSA sponsors blood programs between March 1st and this year ours started March 1st, 2022, still in the COVID pandemic time, through this February the 28th of 2023. In addition to blood programs, we also assisted the Red Cross with fundraising, supply drives, CPR training classes, and more. Pickens High School HOSA sponsored 8 blood drives, volunteered 223 hours. We collected 234 pints, 3 persons per pint are saved, which could impact a total of 700 or 2+ lives. When you consider the number of loved ones in our community and friends who are touched by these patients, the number of lives impacted by Pickens High School HOSA grows exponentially. In addition to sponsoring blood drives, students volunteered at other blood drives, mostly through the Pickens County Rec Department, and we'd love to give them some kudos because without their help this year, we would not have made our goal. We helped to greet donors, directed them, talked about PHS HOSA, about our future healthcare professional plans, talked to them about COVID safety protocols. And so the students in front of you worked several drives and the effort was just awesome. The things that we did helped the staff, the Red Cross staff, to concentrate on processing donors efficiently, and therefore we were able to get more donors per drive. In addition, this year PHS HOSA delivered cereal to the Joy House. We also worked hand in hand with Georgia Mountain Hospice and created blankets for our hospice patients. So as you can see, our community service projects work to do a lot of good, and we'd like to continue this next year. So congratulations to these members, and I'm really proud of them.
Make sure this is okay. Good evening, Dr. Goodman, members of the board. I'm here tonight to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our Pickens County school cafeteria managers as they've earned top honors from the Pickens County Health Department for having impeccably clean kitchens and following the necessary food safety protocol. Tonight, I want to introduce, first of all, Andrea Wood. She's the high school cafeteria manager. Just go over there and get ready for a picture. Next, we have Glenda Bryant. She's our manager at Hill City Elementary. Next, we have Gina Pyle at Tate Elementary. Next, we have Lisa Connolly at Harmony Elementary. Lastly, we have Tina Wyman, and she's at this school, Pickens Junior High School. The manager for Jasper Middle School could not be here tonight, and that's Brenda Smith. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how important it is for them to be recognized for this award. Each kitchen scored a perfect 100 on both of their required health inspections this year, which is actually outstanding. Managers must demonstrate knowledge of health codes, food safety practices, safe food handling, and preparation. Managers must also be ServSafe certified by the National Restaurant Association per the Georgia Food Code. One of the biggest things that the health inspectors monitor is our handling of potentially hazardous foods that require precise time and temperature maintenance. School food service staff take temperatures at all stages of the prepping, the cooking, the serving, the cooling down at the end of the day, the storing, and putting it in holding cabinets, freezers, coolers, what have you. All of these temperatures are recorded on daily temperature logs, which must be kept on file for 5 years, plus the current, and the health inspector does look to see those. I'm really so honored to work with this group, and they stay on top of adhering to the food safety protocol every day so that they don't have to change what they're doing when the health department shows up. Granted, it's a little nerve-wracking when the health department comes, and they usually will call the other school and say, hey, the health department's here, because she's been known to go to 2 schools at a time. So, but with fingers crossed, they just do their day like normal and their routine, and as you can see, they all successfully scored 100 on their health inspections. In closing, I just want to reiterate how incredible these ladies are. Every job title in education is important to the overall experience and success for our students. However, few have quite as great of an impact on our students as school food service employees. These managers do a great job guiding their staff to prepare and serve the meals that fill our students' hungry bellies and minds. They are also the ones who greet everyone from students, teachers, administrators, and parents visiting our cafeterias. I am so grateful for the dedication and loyalty to our program and our school district. The 5 ladies here, plus Brenda Smith, who's not here, have a combined total of 138 years of experience in school food service. That is a lot of operational knowledge, I'm here to tell you. Common sense, they know it like everybody's business. And they have hundreds, if not thousands, of best practice procedures for the various processes that they do day in and day out. All of this really helps to make our department function so well. So I want to thank all of you for sticking around in the good times and the not so good times we've had in the recent years. With COVID, it's been a challenge. Even without COVID, your job is very challenging and stressful. It requires hard work, both physically and mentally. And I'm here to tell you that these ladies will never shy away from hard work. You have to multitask, you have to be organized, you need to be a good planner, you need to come up with contingency plans almost every day and handle any mini crisis that comes along. You get so much thrown at you every day and are constantly interrupted. It is amazing how you're able to get your job done sometimes. I admire your dedication, your compassion for our customers, and your underlying passion to serve. So let's congratulate this awesome A-team of lunch ladies with a round of applause for their outstanding performance for their health inspection scores.
Were you going to introduce me?
I can introduce you.
I think everybody would have stayed if they'd have known I was coming up next. I don't know who's going to line everybody up without me over there. So, Andrew, is that you? No, I'm Chris Parker from Brett Human Resources. We had a couple of years ago identified through HR trying to do a better job of building leaders in our district and giving our guys as many opportunities possible to grow as a leader. With the help of the board and superintendent over the next year, we worked to develop a program to start this year with the first year of our Leadership Academy, where teachers, assistant principals, academic coaches can apply, get accepted into the program, and they go through an entire year of leadership training and things that pertain just to Pickens County. And it's been a great year. They go through job shadowing, they have meetings monthly, have a lot of discussions, interviews, and I'm really proud of the work they put in. So we're going to recognize those people today. They've been doing this for this entire school year, and this is the end of it. So first up, Angie Allen. Wendy Arnold. Andrew Callahan. Stephen Hunter. Angela Kretschmar. Ann Long. Rosemary Nelson. Carissa Parker. Ashley Patterson. Kelly Flatt. Chad Clapp, in case anybody needs to tell her. Kanyon Petti. Brandon Tippins. And Shelly Youngblood. Really do appreciate all they did. These are some great current and future leaders for our district, and excited to see what they can do. And thank you to the board and superintendent for allowing us to have this program. So thank you.
The National Association of Elementary School Principals sponsors the National Distinguished Principals Program that recognizes the outstanding contributions of the nation's leading elementary and middle level public and private school principals. These school leaders work to ensure that America's children acquire a sound foundation for lifelong learning and achievement. This evening, we are honored to recognize Dr. Chad Flatt, principal of Pickens Junior High, who has been named a National Distinguished Principal. Dr. Flatt won the 2021 Georgia Distinguished Principal Award that qualified him for this national distinction. Dr. Flatt will be recognized at a ceremony in Washington, D.C. in the fall of this year. Congratulations, Dr. Flatt. The Pickens County School District has 21 employees who are retiring this year. Tonight, we are happy to be able to recognize and celebrate 10 of those individuals who were able to join us. Here are a few statistics on these 10 retirees being recognized. They have 302 combined years of service to the field of education. For those with 30 years, that's 2,592,000 minutes. If you only worked 8 hours a day, 20 days a month, for 9 months of the year, and we know teachers work more than that. They have 272 combined years of service to Pickens County. Wow. 8 of our 10 retirees dedicated their entire careers to Pickens County. That is significant. On behalf of the members of the board, Interim Superintendent Goodman, congratulations on your retirement. We hope you live well, laugh often, and love retirement. At this time, I'm going to read the names of those individuals who were not able to be here this evening. Kathy Colley, Carol Cox, Mike Duffy, Matthew Gibson, Diane Hicks, Pamela Jacobs, Rodney Martin, Allison Naples, Keith Petti, Scott Raymond, and Rick Sells. And at this time, we will begin our recognition of those who were able to come out and join us this evening. When I call your name, please come forward to accept your certificate along with a small token of appreciation for your service. Miss Lauren Gelcher has 32 years in education, and 5 years of those have been in Pickens County. Mrs. Jennifer Halco has 30 years in education, and all 30 years were in Pickens County. Mrs. Stephanie Hall has 31 years in education, and again, all 31 in Pickens County. Mrs. Suzette Herman has 30 years in education, and 27 of those years in Pickens County. Mrs. Lori Holbert has 30 years in education, and again, all 30 in Pickens County. Mrs. Amanda Neighbors has 30 years in education and 30 years in Pickens County. Ms. Rhonda Quinton has 25 years in education, with all 25 serving Pickens County. Mrs. Krista Shipman has 30 years in education, and all 30 in Pickens County. Miss Jody Williams has 30 years in education, with all 30 years in Pickens County. And last, but certainly not least, I'm going to try to get through this without tears, is Miss Hazel Wehunt. She has 34 years in education, and all 34 years at Tate Elementary. I'm not sure how that school will go on, Miss Hazel, without you there. Let's give all of our retirees a round of applause for this amazing.
This time we'll take recognitions are complete. Let's take a 5-minute break and resume 7:10. Let's take 8 minutes. Next item on the agenda is superintendent's report. Dr. Goodman.
Yes. Tonight we have financial update by Nate Brooks. I just want to send a prayer out for Ray Smith. She is, her mother has passed away this weekend, so again, her stepping in. Her family is
In Mississippi, my elementary school teacher. Excellent teacher.
All right, good evening. To start with our financial update, we're going to go to the fund summary, the fund update. With general fund, we have revenue collected through April 2023 is 82.01%, and our expenditures are 70.29% of the group budget. And then scrolling on down to consolidation of funds, which is Fund 150. This reflects our expenditures through April, and please note that the transfers have been posted through March 2023, so that can make our expense percentage appear high. Our FY23 debt service, which is Fund 200, we have no debt to report. And then our next is our capital outlay, and if we can please switch to the loss collection report, you will see that our revenue for April was $713,527.63. Our interest earned was $809.65, and our expenditures totaled $105,205 even. The month-end SLOSS balance was $10,431,540.61. Then if we can switch back to the fund update. Our last section is special revenues. We have collected 76.22% of our budgeted revenue and expended 87.36% of our budgeted expenditures. Are there any questions? All right, that concludes the financial update. Thank you.
Next up, we have the operations and construction update by Mr. Wallace. Chief Operations Officer.
Good evening, board members. Thanks for the opportunity to be here this evening. We'll give you an update on our maintenance department for work orders for the month of April, running up through yesterday. We're 94 individual school maintenance requests, and that brings us up to 1,345 school maintenance requests for the year. And also, I want to report that we have began the process of replacing a couple of vehicles, and we actually took delivery of one of those today, and then one will be delivered tomorrow. So new plumbing truck in service, and another 3/4 ton multi-purpose vehicle for us to use in that department. Also in the process of purchasing a trailer. Box vans are really tough to get right now. They're kind of expensive, and then they're limited. Once you load anything there, you got that truck kind of hemmed up for that. So we decided to buy a truck that we could pull multiple trailers and things with to drop that trailer. And so we will be looking at purchasing that trailer here really soon. Those guys are working really hard too. Gosh, trying to keep air conditioners. I think we can keep a few people going right now. So I appreciate all their hard work and diligence, and also appreciate the folks in the schools, because this time of year with testing, it's very stressful. I can attest to that being in school on several different levels. So appreciate the principals, APs, and all the teachers' patience as we get to these items, start to get warmer. Luckily, we've had a pretty mild spring so far, so but some of the problems start to show up, and it always adds stress to an already stressful time. So thank you for your patience as we get through these. With the facilities update, I put there the replacements that we have going on right now or have already done in the last month from an HVAC standpoint, and you can see the numbers there for each of those locations. I was really proud that we were able to get the server room taken care of, because that server room for us provides housing for a lot of our data to travel through and be stored. And Dr. Shea and I had some conversation, and we really need to make sure that was taken care of. This room puts out a lot of heat, so we don't even put heaters in there. You just put air conditioners in there. But it was something that we needed to address and take care of and make sure that that was safe and secure. So I appreciate his helping us getting that taken care of, so we don't have to worry about any of our systems going down. So as the employees out there, that's where our payroll system's housed too, so I want to make sure y'all knew that. So it was not cheap. You had to put a redundant system in, but it was necessary. The Barnes Family Ag Facility, I'm proud to announce that we have completed all the rest of the work that we had left there. The audio-video components were the last piece to the puzzle there. And they got a video board in there now with a complete PA system in the arena. We have a PA system separately with a couple of large monitors in the classroom. And then we have also a separate PA that they can control or match up with what's going on in the arena back in the pen area. So we made sure we got what they wanted there and what they needed to make that facility as useful as possible for them. And it's a beautiful facility, as you guys well know. So very proud of that. We've had several schools already reach out to me, and a few of them have come to look at it. We've had one school system come twice to look at that facility, and I don't think there's a greater compliment than when someone wants to come and emulate what you've done and what you've built. So we're really proud of that, and Stevens County is that system, and they have come a couple times, superintendent, board members, and some ag teachers. So they're trying to build one just like it. So I'm glad to have them on our campus take a look. Just listed a few things that we're looking at doing in the summer work. That's when we get a lot of our work done that does not interrupt the school day and the normal function. So that's time for us to really make some hay. And so listed a few things there, some flooring, some painting always, pressure washing. My goal is to get all of the entrances pressure washed. We got quite a bit of concrete that needs work, sidewalks, curbing. And so we're trying to make sure we hit all those this summer and get that looking good before school starts right back up. I would love for us to have a 3-month summer, but I'm not trying to plug a new calendar or anything, but that would really help maintenance. So might go 160 days, be all right. That'd help us out. Anyway, just saying. Drag and drive paving and striping. I know we visited this, so I want to give you an update. It's something that we are going to have to deal with. Obviously, the road gets a lot of traffic and is deteriorating in some places. We want to do this before it gets to a point where we have to spend a lot of money to replace what's there. So at this point, we're in good shape to do that. But it is an easement. We don't own the road. We have access to the easement. So I spent some time in clerk of court's office going through the deeds and documents and the easement itself, and then met with an attorney, and we got it all sorted out now. Just met with her this week, and she's very helpful. She'll be giving us a letter that basically says you have the right to improve upon and the obligation to improve upon. So we want to make sure before we allocate that money toward that was our responsibility too. Don't go do any free payment for anybody, right? So we're looking at that, and that'll be something I'll bring to you guys pretty soon to talk about. And then the field house update, the current field house that we had to have renovated due to busted pipes. They are really close to being wrapped up there. I think they'll wrap up next week. Just a few little small items, but they are having spring practice this week, and they're using that facility. So the lockers will be the last thing that we get, and it'll be a little while before we get the lockers in. And those lockers that we have purchased for that facility will be used for this year there, and then those lockers will be moved to the new field house. So we will repurpose those. No sense in buying them a year, obviously, and not reusing them. So we'll be using these in the new field house as well. But it made sense to go ahead and buy those. The ones that were in there were wooden and had been built by cabinet companies. So when they got wet, we started looking and tearing them out. There was a lot of damage, a lot of black mold that stuck behind those when we started tearing them out. So we ended up ripping all those out, and we got insurance credit for those. So I'm looking forward to getting them what they need for before the season. I think there'll be plenty of time for the season to start. And then obviously some cleaning we got to do with some registers and some diffusers in classrooms around. And I want to make sure we're keeping those classrooms healthy and clean in the HVAC department. Transportation. This is probably the most exciting news I have to report. We are fully staffed with drivers at this moment. So, yeah. Really excited about that. These drivers are really excited about that, so we can give them a break at times. But I've had a few drivers just say, there's been some times when I've needed a day off here and there, but just hate to call in because we know it really puts people in the bind. This shows you the type of people we have there. I mean, very dedicated, and appreciate that. But we want them to be able to feel like they got some room to breathe if they need to take some time. And we got a couple of subs in the queue, so excited about that. I would like to say that we are in need of some technicians. So if you know anyone who wants to be a diesel tech or has the experience preferably, we would love to talk to them. We are going to need that. The Motor Carrier Compliance Division, Georgia Department of Transportation, or Public Safety rather, they come on site and do a state inspection. We did, folks back there did a great job. And also, this is part of the driver as well, because they have to let us know when things are going on with their buses. So we were able to go through that with flying colors. Had a couple of small items that we were able to repair and get them right back out. So that's kind of a stressful time for the shop folks, but they did a great job. And that's also attributed to our young fleet. Having that 10-year-old fleet is really helpful. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't met anybody in the state that's got a younger fleet than us, or even really close to what we have. So kudos to the board and to the superintendent and prior boards and superintendents and financial folks who have been able to make that happen. That really has helped us over the last several years. School nutrition, you already heard from Beth Thompson, our nutrition director, but she just wanted to make sure that I mentioned we have communications out to the students and school staff and parents about the meal charges here at the end of the year. We are obviously trying to take care of those, and she just wanted to make sure she appreciates everyone's support and be assured that no child will go without a meal in our lunchrooms. We are trying to push here to make sure we get school debts taken care of. Also, they're going to be providing meals during the summer. Put some information up there about that. STEM camp here at the junior high, and then Boys and Girls Club in Pickens County and various camps at Pickens High School this summer. And we will have open to the public meal service. And one caveat to that is that they have to consume the meal. The student has to consume the meal on campus, so you can't just come and drive by and grab a meal and go. So that is going to be open, and there's going to be information posted on our website and then also sent to the schools and our social media accounts. So more information coming there. And then she wanted me to add that there will need to be a meal price increase coming up for this next year. Haven't had an increase since 2019. So that's going to be something that she will want to share at next month's board meeting and go ahead and make sure people are aware and prepared for that. And then the last update I have out of my departments is the health services update. If we can pull that health services update from Ms. Gail Smith, our Director of Health Services, up. I just asked her to give me an update each month so I can kind of see what we're doing in the clinics. And as you see every month, there's a lot of visits, 3,772 clinic visits for the month of April, and then 89 mobile telehealth service visits, which is where we have the partnership where they come to the facility, and 45 students, 44 staff have taken advantage of that. That's really helpful for us. And she put some other numbers out there about diabetes-related clinic visits. It's something that she monitors and follows pretty closely. We also, with any kind of asthma issues, want to make sure that we're tracking that and making sure that we're doing everything we can to help those sensitive needs for our students. And then the health factors or indicators that she put down there just give you an idea of what we see in a month's time. So our nurses in the clinics, you never know what they're going to have to deal with, and they do a great job for us, and really appreciate everything that they do. We did have our school nurse day recognition this week for them for their outstanding work in our clinics. So really appreciate them. She put some information too down at the bottom, as you can see, about some new state guidelines that are coming up, and just some requirements that they have for us to follow. She stays on top of that and does a great job for us, so I appreciate Gail Smith for that. That concludes my report. Is there any questions that I can answer for you guys? Thank you very much.
Next, we have curriculum update by Mrs. Carolyn Wilkins, Director of Curriculum.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members, Madam Superintendent. I have the pleasure of bringing some updates from the Curriculum and Instruction Department this evening. We have successfully introduced and reintroduced some professional learning for our teachers this year. We plan to continue to work on these initiatives next year as we work for further consistency in our instruction for our students across our elementary schools and vertical alignment throughout our district. I'm going to highlight a couple initiatives that we're going to continue working on over the next year. One will be thinking maps. Thinking maps gives students the tools they need to organize their thoughts and respond to high-level questions. We've had the opportunity to introduce these in most of our schools this year, in some certain departments and sometimes across grade levels with great success. Cading cooperative groups. These support student engagement in classrooms and facilitate student-to-student academic conversations in the classroom. We've worked with Tate Elementary School with this year and plan to work with JMS next year. The 90-minute block is an initiative at the high school. This supports teachers in bell-to-bell teaching, student engagement, and the implementation of high-yield instructional strategies. Dr. Arnold has been instrumental in helping us work on that over at the high school, and we look forward to that continued work. One thing that we will start at the very beginning of next year is the 1-minute meeting. This creates student stakeholders in our schools by leveraging critical questions to gain student input. We believe this is an important practice for us to engage our students in their own learning. Another initiative that we're going to continue with will be PLCs at work. This encourages a collaborative culture in all schools that focuses on student achievement, research-backed solutions, and creates a common language for the work that we're doing. This is something we'll do across all 6 schools. It's the pleasure of the Curriculum and Instruction Department to continue to support our schools in the work of teaching and learning. Any questions? Thank you, Ms. Bill. All right.
I'd like to thank everybody for those reports, very informative. Now for the action items of this meeting. First item, approval of personnel. Do I have a motion to approve the personnel action report as presented? Ms. Gibson. Do I hear a second? Second. Mr. Flatt. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Next item is the approval of 2023-24 start and stop times. The start and stop times proposal are Pickens High School, Pickens Junior High, 7:45 to 2:15, Jasper Middle School, Harmony Elementary, Hill City Elementary, and Tate Elementary, 8:30 to 3 p.m. Do I have a motion to approve the proposed 2023 start and stop times?
I move that we approve that.
Mr. Flatt. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Ms. Gibson. Is there any discussion?
So I'd like to make some comment if I can. So I know this has been a hot topic for us for the last few weeks and everybody watching. And as everybody, there's lots of speculation about what we were or weren't doing. We really spent a lot of time looking at this. And what I understand about this is no matter what we do, somebody's going to be unhappy. It doesn't matter. I mean, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I think it's important to understand some of the reasoning. Number one, elementary teachers and principals totally hear you and understand you that our kids need to get out earlier. So the one thing we knew we could do is cut the day. And what I want everybody to know is I did my research. I looked at 4 high schools. I looked at many other high schools, but I looked at 4 in our region. Only one of the other 4 I looked at has these times flipped like we were talking about doing. Everybody else is doing this. And for me, we were hearing from parents because, and I get this, they need their older kids to be home before the younger kids get home. And I'm just not good with sending kids home and not being able, and they have kids, older kids that need to pick them up. So that becomes a burden for the family. So what I want you to know, the other thing we're doing, and really the thing that kind of we were waiting on,
We're working on some new personnel at transportation, and our hope is that as we figure out some routes, that we're going to actually be able to cut that window of time down in the morning so that our elementary kids maybe can get to school 15 or minutes earlier, and we could even reduce that back another 15 minutes. So that's why, for me, we needed to go ahead and do this, and I voted for this. And we're hopeful that our routing people and transportation are going to continue to work on this. Hopefully we can get that morning time shifted back a little bit and allow that evening time to come back a little bit more. So.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I totally disagree with it. Our younger kids need less time to school, be with their parents. We spend way too much time, or they spend way too much time at school.
Anybody?
It is my hope that with personnel, that we can promote that happy medium that we're all looking for. That's my hope. And when we vote on this, it doesn't necessarily mean this is forever. When we tell you that we are looking at changing the times, we are. And we are working on that. So.
I have a motion and a second to approve the proposed 2023-2024 start-stop times. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries 4-1. Next item is the consent agenda, which includes several items that will be covered with one vote. It includes approval of financial reports, an MOU with Piedmont University College of Education, out-of-state overnight field trip for PHS baseball team, approval of waste management for 2023-2024 garbage services, approval of arrow exterminators for exterminating pest control for the next school year, approval of signal designs for lawn care for the next year, approval of funding for additional 4-H extension agent, that's partial funding. I will stop on that and give them just a bit of detail that the state's picking up 70% of that salary, the county's picking up a portion of it, and the Board of Education will be picking up a portion of it. So that's a shared item. And approval of the minutes from the following board meetings: April 13th, 4 p.m. call board meeting, April 13th, call meeting 5, April 13th, regular board meeting 6, April 21st, call meeting 9:45, April 27th, call meeting 3 p.m., May 1st, call meeting 4:30, May 4th, call meeting 3:30 p.m., and surplus from the special ed department. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Mr. Wigginton? Do I hear a second? Ms. Gibson? Is there any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Next item, public participation. Dr. Goodman, have we received any requests for public participation at this meeting?
We have not.
There are no requests. Next item is board comments.
I just say it's great to celebrate all of our students tonight, both athletically, academically, our coaches, our teachers. Thank you all for your service and what you do here.
Absolutely.
I just want to thank some of the retirees for those many, many years of service, and a great many of them are my contemporaries. You're not old enough to retire. As a board member, please don't go as a friend or to enjoy that retirement and take me with you. For everybody who his own staff, faculty here. Thanks for being patient on so many things. And we have some more good things just over the horizon that are coming. Facilities, salaries. There's some things we're looking at. Bear with us. Thank y'all so much for being with us tonight.
And happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Appreciate it.
At this time, I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Mr. Lau, is there any discussion? All in favor? We are adjourned at 7:38 p.m.